5:37. Cycling shirt, shoes, helmet, gloves and bike. Meet Mrs. Chambers. While we are still in bed fast asleep, she's putting on her jacket and helmet, taking her bike and plunging into the cold, dark winter's morning for a training ride.
In her day job, Mrs. Chambers teaches Year 3 at our school, PInehill School. She has been a teacher for ages and we think she is pretty special. This is because she is signed up for the 200-kilometre Ride to Conquer Cancer event, which is happening 16-17 November to raise money for the Auckland Cancer Society Research Centre.
The Ride to Conquer Cancer is an annual event that started in Toronto in 2008. It has since spread to other parts of Canada, Australia, and now for the first time, New Zealand.
Steve White, Chief Organiser of the New Zealand version, is unsure of the numbers of participants until closer to the event, but is encouraged by the response. So far, the fundraising has reached over $250,000.
So it's back to training, 3 days a week. Mrs. Chambers' interest in riding started when she was 8 years old, and she still remembers falling into the ditch on her first attempt. But fast forward a few years, and now nothing can stop her.
Man, she's fast!
The Special K triathlons, I started training with my friend Lorraine, and then at the same time Sarah Ulmer was really big on the screen, and she was a great inspiration too. So now I'm riding with a group that we call the PCG, and PCG stands for PInehill Cycle Group, or Pretty Cool Girls when the guys aren't with us. I got together with the people there predominantly through parents that of children that I had taught.
But what has turned this passion for riding into a decision to participate in this event?
Throughout my whole life I've been affected by people who have been affected by cancer. So right from when I was 5 years old, when my auntie was returning from Waikato Hospital from her radiation, right through to my cousin who died of melanoma a few years ago.
Adding to this is the number of staff at PInehill School who are directly affected by cancer over a short space of time. One of those is Mrs. Hook, who had surgery earlier this year. She finds Mrs. Chambers' decision inspiring, and it has helped her to stay positive during her recovery.
Mrs. Chambers' first goal was to raise $10,000, but now is aiming for more because people have been very generous.
Even though it is hard at times to get out and train, Mrs. Chambers is really looking forward to the event in November and excited about being part of this great cause.
Passing the finish line I think will be quite a emotional event as well, so really looking forward to the event as a whole.
This is about more than helmets, bikes, or even early mornings. It's about someone who saw a need and decided to do something about it. That's the sort of person Mrs. Chambers is, and that's why we think she's living up to her nickname, Mrs. Awesome.
Come on, we can do better than that! Sing!
This has been Tahia, Wade, Carlos and Tara for PInehill TV.